Joining me today on Kumite Radio is Amir Khan. He is one of the top lightweights in one championship. He will be fighting on September 8th at One Beyond the Horizon versus Honorio Banario in Shanghai, China. What's going on, Amir?
Thanks for having me. I just ended my second training session of the day, so right now just rest and recover.
You're only 23 years old, but you're already accumulated 12 fights for one championship.
Mhm.
What key differences do you see in yourself now compared to when you debuted back in 2014?
I feel I'm like a whole new level of fighter. I'm more complete right now, and I understand the whole round of the aspect of the MMA game. I used to be a bit like afraid getting taken down, or I was not really comfortable on the ground, but right now I'm comfortable anywhere. Even if I'm on my back, I'm on top, wrestling, clinching, in any way, striking distance, far range, close range. I'm really confident anywhere.
Well, you've really shown that because you have an incredible stat sheet, 9 finishes for the promotion, most in the history of the organization. Where does that killer instinct come from?
Just something I developed on the way. I didn't have it growing up. I mean, I was not aggressive. I was really calm child. And initially, when I started martial art, most of my competition, I was actually very passive. So it has had to grow on me. So my coaches really train and grind that killer instinct in me. So whenever I step in a cage or ring, I'm going for the finish.
What was the moment that you realized I have that killer instinct now?
I It was like 5 years ago. Before I debuted in one championship, I was training in the US. I was sparring with a lot of top high level boxers. I was sparring boxers, MMA fighters, kickboxers over there. And initially when I sparred with them, I was very passive and I used to get hit a lot. And every day my coach will just put the thought in me and make sure I develop into the fighter that he thinks I'm best at. He thinks I'm best at when I'm aggressive, not passive. When I'm passive, I tend to wait too long. I tend to not do things, and then so it doesn't really goes well in my fight performance.
From 2015 to 2017, you reeled off 6 straight and earned yourself a position at the top of the division. Many fighters, they get overconfident and lose focus. What kept you grounded throughout that spectacular run?
I try not to think about my winning streak. I try not to think about how many wins I racked up in one championship. I just focus on the goal. I don't really feel I accomplished anything until I get a world title belt. So no matter how many wins I get in this championship, whether I got the most knockout or whatever, I try not to focus on that. I just focus on the ultimate goal.
Earlier this year, you faced probably the most dangerous opponent you have faced, Timofey Nastyukhin. You dropped a decision. Looking back at that fight, what is your assessment of your performance?
My assessment, I feel my biggest mistake was me being passive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, passive is my worst enemy. So I was really passive in the fight. I couldn't bring out the aggression that I usually bring out in the cage. So I felt I just was too passive, was maybe too cautious, too over careful. So yeah, I learned from that, and I promised myself will never step back into that zone. And yeah, so I loss is a loss. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but I move on from that fight, and I'm gonna return stronger.
Well, you did return stronger 3 months later. You took on Lee Sung-jung and finished him in the second round. Many people expected you to finish that fight quickly, but it took you to the end of the second. Was he
Mm.
tougher than you expected?
I mean, it's fight. I mean, I was not trying to overcommit the shots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had him hurt in the first round, but I wasn't trying to overcommit and burst my energy out. So I wanted to put like a striking clinic on the. I wanted to finish him clean. I don't want just to swing for the fences, wild shots, and I don't want to get caught in the middle of that. So I'm just playing it smart. I was just playing in my range and not try to overcommit with that shot. And he got a bit tricky leg lock. So I mean, it's something to be wary about. I mean, you can't take him lightly. It's no joke. So I was just being cautious for that fight, for that particular fight, because of his style. You know, if I let's say if I kick, he catch my leg or happen to take me to the ground, he's very slick on his leg lock. So I was trying to avoid that.
Definitely. Now you're back in the winner's circle. You're set to face the former champion, Honorio Banario, in the co-main event in Shanghai. What are your thoughts of your opponent?
My thoughts. I feel even though he's former champion, he's not a champion anymore. I feel he's at his peak right now, and honored to face him. I feel he's really well-rounded fighter like me. Not I wouldn't say same style, but similar kind of style, similar kind of approach when he fight. But I feel I have more tools compared to him, so that's why I have the upper edge. But he's a tough guy, tough guy. I'm not taking him lightly. I'm training my ass off, so yeah, I'm really excited to face him.
How has training camp been leading up to this fight?
Yeah, training camp been good. We got a new head coach at Water Pomplana, so he been grinding us hard, especially me because I have a fight. So grinding me hard every day, and he's really tough coach mentally and physically. So I don't think I trained as hard in my whole life, entire career since he came. So yeah, it's a good thing. So I'm ready to show a new version of me this time. And I feel every time I fight, I will say I always feel I develop in a fighter. Will be never the same. Even my last fight was 3 months ago. You will see a different Amir Khan every time you see in the cage. Every time I step in the cage.
Other than your new coach, what other changes have you made during this training camp compared to previous training camps?
We just focus more on the mental aspect, and I try not to show any sign of fatigue, no matter how tired, whether I'm having a bad day or a good day. Whenever I'm dead tired, I try not to show fatigue and perform a good structure in my technique under fatigue. That's what I've just been focusing on. So even if I'm inside, I'm really tired, like I have no energy left, but you wouldn't be able to see on me.
How do you envision this fight playing out in your mind?
I envision this fight. I'm just gonna walk forward because he's not. I'm not really worried about him taking me down. So I'm just gonna walk forward, throw hard strikes, and see my options from there. But it's gonna be a striking war definitely, and I'm just gonna put everything into all my shots. It's gonna be different in this fight.
Well, it's going to be an incredible fight, I believe, because the styles, like you just mentioned, that it's going to be a striking battle. So it will be very entertaining for the fans in attendance.
Yes, definitely. It's gonna be like an action pack throughout the whole fight until someone drop or let's see.
Definitely. With an impressive victory in Shanghai, what is next for you? Is there any lightweights you are eyeing?
We're not eyeing any particular lightweight, so whatever one championship put in front of me, I will accept the fight uh, and just yeah accept whoever whenever. I don't really have a particular opponent in my mindset. So yeah, just trying to be active and just trying to improve as a martial artist. So whenever I get an opportunity for a belt, I will try to hold it as long as possible.
One more question before I let you go. Ev Ting and Shinya Aoki will fight later this year for a shot at Martin Nguyen's lightweight title. And you know you want to get that shot also. What is your prediction for that matchup?
I mean, of course, I'm rooting for my teammate Shinya. I mean, if he's a killer on the ground. Once he grabs hold of you, it's hard to even move, as you see from the last fight. Shannon is a high caliber fighter, but once you get him on the ground, he could hardly do anything. So I feel yeah, but obviously it's a fight, so both parties have fighting chance. But obviously I'm rooting for Shinya.
You've trained with Shinya a lot, and a lot of people know that he is very strong. What is it like? Describe to us training with him.
I mean, doesn't really communicate much. He's really focused on training. And whenever you like grapple with him or spar with him, he's a bit scary because he'll just try like when he goes for submission, he'll just put everything into it. So you have to be careful. You have to time you have to tap really quick. So all I should say, bro. Yeah. But yeah, he's a nice guy, and I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot of tricks in the game, especially a lot of takedown defense and controlling people on the ground. So he helped me a lot in my MMA game and my development.
All right, September 8th in Shanghai, One Beyond the Horizon, Amir Khan will face Honorio Banario. Thank you for your time, Amir, and good luck to you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Kumite Radio is brought to you by Supplement Warfare. Visit their website, supplementwarfare.com.au, for the best quality supplements on the planet. Use coupon code Kumite Radio at checkout to get 10% off of all orders. If you're trying to get sexy for the summer, if you're just trying to flex on fools, visit supplementwarfare.com.au for the best supplements in the world. Use coupon code Kumite Radio at checkout to get 10% off and support the podcast.